UndergroundHipHopBlog.com exclusive.
What's going on, everybody? It's Pawz One, representing UndergroundHipHopBlog.com. I'm here with Warsinske, founder and CEO of I.E.S. and Indie Power.
How you doing tonight? It's a real pleasure to be here. It's a very, very exciting time. 5 days straight, including a kickoff. I mean, we think we're making history this week and actually delivering on a promise. You know, a lot of people talk, and we're very excited to be able to deliver.
So a lot of people, it's an underground hip-hop blog, so a lot of people around the world that are tuning in for hip-hop, you cover a lot more. You cover music in general, so if you want to speak on some of the other genres that you're representing.
Well, to me, it's not even about music. I can't confine it to just music. It's lifestyle. And lifestyle is music, movies, TV, reality, comedy, modeling, dance. You know, it's really all lifestyle, fashion on. So anybody's confined and just trying to just do music is really very, very short-sighted. I mean, these days, everything we wear, we eat, we drive is all part of lifestyle. So I can't confine myself to one music, more or less one form of entertainment.
Well, I'm speaking on a lot of the independent artists that are coming out to see some of the panels, to get some advice and get some knowledge. There's people from different genres like R&B. You got hip-hop, you have pop, you have rock and roll. Is there any other genres?
You know, so many of these people, they make music without borders. I mean, there's really no rules anymore. I mean, there never has been, but people aren't even chasing radio anymore. They don't have to chase BET or MTV. So people are really free to do what they want. Like when we honored Tech Nine the other night, I mean, the guy is, like he says, fuck the industry. He says, what do I need them for? I don't even need a record label or anything. He's doing stuff on his terms. So love or hate this artist or that artist, or you like this style of music or that. To me, it's all lifestyle. You know, you gravitate to what you love, what makes you feel good, and you know, fuck all the names, the labels, the constrictions. I really, it's all about expressing and creating. You know, commerce or what you love to do. Like I say, commerce is not a bad thing, whether it's music or fashion or a car or whatever we eat, drink, or sleep. It's really all about the lifestyle that you enjoy. So people have to be open-minded. You know, I love hip-hop. I grew up on rock and soul and pop and, you know, all sorts of music. I love funk music. I love, you know, electronic music. To me, it's all forms. To me, there's only two kinds of music. Good and bad. That's it. If you're feeling it, it's good. Who cares what the label is? It really is. It's irrelevant.
So I wanted to ask you, you said it's about lifestyle, and it is, because a lot of people don't realize that all of these things do tie into each other, whether it be tattoos, fashion, music, etc. So I wanted to ask you, where does the whole idea, where did it stem from for you to just go ahead and start this, the Big Bang? What set off?
Well, you know, it's a short answer and a long answer, so let me give you a little bit of background. Music has kept me young. I'm extremely vibrant as I was a teenager, but I actually started playing instruments at the age of 6 in the 60s. I turned professional as a musician in 1969. I basically started in the music business in 1973. So to me, I'm 39 years deep on the music side. That's only on business. That's not even playing. So to me, music's been all my life. You know, obviously, I'm in my early 50s, but to me, I feel as vibrant, like I say, when 18, 19, 20 years old. Music is something that is way more than just vibrations. You know, it takes over your whole senses. So to me, I've been doing this all my life, and I started to gravitate when I moved from a player to the business side to representing creative people, marketing, promotion, distribution, helping the creative people flourish, get exposure, you know, really do their thing. Without them, great music just sits in a room. Some guys making some beats or lyrics in a closet.
So I'm familiar with Indie Power. I've been familiar for a couple years now. If you want to talk about some of the services you provide for a lot of indie artists that are out there, that are hungry, that are motivated, and determined to really make a difference and take their music to another level.
Yeah, well real simply, you're either making music for your own enjoyment, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's incredibly creative. It's fun. It's recreation. You know, it beats doing something that's going to send you to prison. So, you know, bottom line is that comes natural. But once you try to sell your music, once you try and sell a ticket, once you try and sell a T-shirt, you're doing business. And if you're doing business, the goal is to do the most, the best, the greatest business that you can. And Indie Power provides every service that we know anyone would ever need in this space of music and entertainment. Having done it for 39 years plus, we basically have hooked up the best of the best of the best. So whether it's from this to that, CDs to T-shirts, from radio to video promotions, from creation of viral campaigns to tours, from really pushing your music to movie soundtracks, TV, games, commercials, to overseas. I grew up around the world, so to me it comes natural. We do business in over 80 different countries, and the world is our market. Sure, the internet can go everywhere, but you still have to have a physical presence. You want to do shows, you need some stuff up on the walls, You really need to create more than just another widget or another line item on iTunes. But so really with Indie Power, it's A to Z, from the small guy to the big. I say it's small, medium, large, or extra large. I help small artists maximize their dollars, their talents, their goals, and I work with big artists that have worked with me for many years and know that we deliver, we're honest, we're hardworking, and we know our shit. Getting back to why I created I.E.S, it's real simple. I've spoken at over 300-400 major music conferences, seminars, conventions all over the world. I'm always there. They call on me as an expert in the area of music marketing, promotion, distribution. But I've been increasingly dissatisfied. I go to events, they're either whack, they're not put together, the guests are so-so, or they're like really some like high-tech computer nerd kind of shows. It's like, what the hell are these guys talking about? Or you go to like a songwriter's thing, and all it is about songwriting or production. Man, you gotta cover the bases. Making the music, selling the music, videos, getting it into movies, tours, all of that. As you see with I.E.S, we brought the best of the best from every field. So really, like I say, when it comes down to, if you're trying to maximize your business, we felt a platform like I.E.S, Indie Entertainment Summit, coming off of Indie Power and our knowledge and our ability to get A1 top-class world-level speakers. So it was a natural. We put our money where our mouth is and basically said, fuck it. These people are not addressing the needs of the creative community. I come out, okay, they did this wrong, or they did that right, or they should have done that. Whatever it is, it was an incomplete circle. So we're extremely pleased. I mean, we're right here in the middle of year one, but we're already playing year 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10. I mean, there's no reason why this thing can't grow. If we start with this level of legends and superstars and icons of this business from every part of it, then we can only get stronger and serve everyone. Whether you're an MC, a DJ, a dancer, a fashion designer, a movie maker, whatever you do, that's what I.E.S is about. It's not the Indie Music Summit. It's the Indie Entertainment Summit. So, I mean, one of my partners is in Vegas right now for the Hip Hop International World Championships of Hip Hop Dance. I mean, we're there. Movies, comedy. I mean, whatever it is. So, like I say, it brings the not only the information, but the connections and the exposure that people need. And, what's really funny is the people that need the knowledge the most think they already know it. The people that know nothing think they don't need to learn anything. You know who you see at conventions like this and who have been raving the most about I.E.S? Legends like Violet Brown, who are 40 years in the business, 750 plaques. I'm talking multi-platinum, 750 and counting. She's running Strange Music now. She is an absolute living legend and one of the nicest people ever to embrace hip-hop. When you see these hip-hop artists like we inducted the other night, Chino XL, Tech Nine, Spice One, the Alcoholics, these to me are living legends. These are people that paved the way for anyone that's plugging in a microphone today. And to see the love that she has for them and they have for her, and there's no money being exchanged or no bullshit, to me, that's what it's all about. People like Brian Shafton, co-partner of RBC, they run the labels, Strange Music, E40, Too Short, all that. These guys, they used to run Priority Records. they established so much of what we call the foundation, and the fact that they're still on a cutting edge and sitting in our audience, even as an attendee, after Violet Brown took the world over on Wednesday with her seminar, with her workshop, with the legendary Jerry Heller and with Steve Lobel. The fact that she stayed all the way for another 8 hours at the event, we had to push her out of the club. She embraced every young hip-hop artist, every independent creator, as much as the legends. And that says a lot about her. But those are the people. She came by the next day, and I'm moderating the panel, and I'm looking down, and this woman who already knows it all, done it all, exploded the careers of anyone you want to mention, is sitting there like a sponge saying, Jay, I'm going to be there tomorrow. I want to help you on the next one. That is incredible. People need to feed their mind, execute their plan, and stop the bullshit. Talk is cheap. Anybody can sit on a mic right here and say, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to blow that up. We don't talk. We just deliver. And that's the only difference. I don't have to say much about this event. Just talk to somebody that was there. I let that speak for itself. I don't need to hype it up. We're really proud of the acceptance in the first year. We're starting to work on the second year the minute this one ends. Our dedication is to the creative community, the people that deserve better, the people that really can get more information, more connections. What's really interesting, a lot of people think you learn from success stories. We love success stories. They're very inspiring. When you talk about Tech Nine and Strange Music and the empire he's built with no radio airplay, some people may not consider him underground because he's making millions of dollars and selling out 96 shows in 95 days. But guess what? He does this with no airplay, no major mainstream press, no MTV, BET. That, to me, is a true artist. So I think a lot of people get caught up on labels like, hey, if you sell something, you're no longer underground. To me, there's only two kinds of music. If you're making good music on your terms, you're not being pimped by a record label or somebody owns your shit and they recoup you forever. That, to me, is a fool. My track record and the track record of a Violet Brown, Jerry Heller, Steve Lobel, the people we had today, like I say, all these guys, Spice One, Chino XL, Alcoholics celebrating their 20th anniversary. The Alcoholics were the first act ever signed to Loud Records before the Wu-Tang Clan. So the fact that they not only, J-Ro flew in straight from Sweden and came directly to the club to accept their honor from Violet Brown, but when they launched into their songs and showed it's not about the money, it's not about getting paid for this and that, it's about the love for hip-hop, the love for creation, the chemistry they have. Those three dudes are the same three guys 20 years ago that sat in a room somewhere and created something that blew Steve Rifkin away. So whether you know these guys or what, Russell Simmons, Steve Rifkin, Rick Rubin, Tom Silverman, these are guys that, Brian Turner, people that really took chances, And when a guy named Jerry Heller, somebody said, well, he's not relevant. Look, that guy was involved with the biggest acts in the 70s. He should have retired technically before he met Eric Wright. He should have been living up in the hills with a swimming pool and a movie star wife and not worried about no gangster rap, nothing like that. The fact that he's basically got the ability to take a chance on Eazy-E and NWA, Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and MC Ren when nobody would. Jerry Heller tells the story when he shopped NWA, they laughed him out of every record company. Every single record company Jerry knew, and he knew them all. Warner Brothers, Atlantic, Capitol Records. You know what they said? Jerry, what are you smoking, man? What you on?
This will never work.
Yeah, this will never fly. Fuck the police. Are you crazy? It's never going to fly. So, somebody like that who really, when you look at it, Eric Wright, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, may have never happened without Jerry Heller. It's funny. He takes a bad rap because he's the old white dude. But guess what? Eric Wright knew nobody in the music business. He would never have done that deal with Brian Turner at Priority Records and created Priority, created West Coast hip hop, created gangster rap, created whatever you want to call it, hardcore. You know, those to me are risk takers. Jerry didn't need to do that. He could just, you know, he could have passed on it, said, man, best of luck. Or I don't really understand what you're trying to do with this. I don't know where to take it. I can't take it to radio. The stores, they're not going to play this in the stores. We're talking vinyl and cassettes back then. So what, were they supposed to play this in a club or what? I mean, so, you know, the fact that Jerry Heller jumped at the chance to come to I.E.S. and uninterrupted gave like a pure 40 minutes straight. And it was joined by the legendary Violet Brown and Steve Lobel to round it out. That to me is history. And if you can't learn from people like that, you really don't know the business. You don't want to know the business. See, a lot of people have their head in the sand. They really don't want to learn the business because it's a lot of work. Guess what? The kind of grind you see Bob Hernandez over here, I see that dude everywhere. When he found out about I.E.S., he said where and when. And when he came in the first day, he was there the second day. And then the third day came up and he was there. And then the after party at the club over here at the sound stage, guess what? Bob's here. So the thing is, when you love the music, you love the passion of seeing people get creative, you never want it to die.
So I was going to ask my next question. Being in the industry so long and seeing all the things that you've seen, all the transitions from music growing into this, changing into that, and technology taking over in certain aspects, because technology and social media and things like that have really given independent artists a chance to take it back into their own hands and kind of bypass the MTVs and the BETs. But what I want to ask you is, what keeps you, specifically Jay, what keeps you motivated?
You know, I've always been drawn to creative collaboration. You know, when you get the right person and the right person together, 1 + 1 can equal 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's when somebody's looking for a free ride, that's when 1 + 1 equals like 1.5, or might equal like 0.9. You know, but when you got the right ones, whether it's a writer and a producer, or a lyricist and a beat maker, or a guitarist and a singer, or a businessman and a creative person, whatever that combination is, I've been drawn to it all my life. I was very moved. I felt music in the crib. I remember rocking to the beat, literally at the age of like 1 or 2. So as soon as I could see music on television, back then it was like the Ed Sullivan Show and things like that. I saw the Beatles and I saw the girls screaming. The girls were fucking going out of their freaking minds over some guys singing and playing a guitar. I talked my mother at age of 6 to buy me a guitar. She said, I'll buy you a guitar if you study music in the school orchestra. If you study in school, I'll let you do what you want to do after. You can play guitar, you can play top 40 rock, pop, soul music, whatever you want to do. But until you have taken this seriously, I'm not going to buy it for you. So from those early age, I was drawn to music. So I just love to see creative people flourish. I've seen people go from this to this. I've seen guys go from the garage to the penthouse. We're doing a special thing called Case Study of a Success Story. And every year we're going to be doing different iconic albums and labels, and we're going to bring a lot of the players back together. The people who really made it happen. Tomorrow we're doing Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. You hearing the influence of what we're hearing in the background right now. Those guys, scruffy guys from Indiana and Fairfax High School, turned the world on their ear. Created an album that sold over 30 million copies to date, a catalog over 150 million based on that album's success, and they were just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last month. So with that, what can you say? We brought together the original drummer, the original manager who discovered them and got them a record deal, the producer of that iconic album, the guy that shot the album cover, the videos, all of them are speaking at I.E.S. That's history in the making. No one has ever recreated and reunited these people. So we look forward to doing that with iconic hip-hop, labels, and artists.
Pawz One, Jay Warsinske, I.E.S. Indie Entertainment Summit 2012. Peace.
UndergroundHipHopBlog.com exclusive.